just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. Plus all your boys split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions, right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Winston now to throw on first down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's Winston. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the...
And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Bears take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Taylor. And some space here. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away, take care of it, because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Winston now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. The 2nd down throw for Winston. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Go, Manny. You wait. I got one. Run. He's done right here.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Ready? White 25. Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey.
Winston on 3rd and 2. He's got a man open. That's Allen. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Jameis to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check 26, check 26. Follow.
They'll throw again. Winston. And that will be incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I don't need to. I'm coming for the son. I'm coming for the son. Cheryl 15.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. He wants it all for the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They begin the drive with Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check 30. Check 3. Hey, check 56. Bullet, half. Where we go?
To throw is Winston. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. That's taken in by Henderson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Winston. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Cohen. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. On second down now. It's Taylor, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 48 yards. On first down, Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Johnson's got it complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
When we drop defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Wait. Hey, watch it. Shut it off. Let's go.
Johnson. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Winston. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Ready. Flag. Tackles.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Cohen. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And run it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as the Bears push further out in front.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Mike spot 9. It's our field. It's our field.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Hey, 57. Check, 59. Who that?
Now Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He spots Henderson open left side. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run the counter. It's Taylor, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On play action, it's Mahomes. Steps away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
61, matchbox light. Ready?
Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing now is Mahomes. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They come out here in the eye. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Winston. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Play fake. Winston. Open man, it's Allen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 18 yards, first down Niners. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Third and long for Winston. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. The first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Come on, D! Let's go!
They go play action. Winston looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Winston. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him think.
By that
he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then he curls back inside for the completion.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week in this. Week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, well, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Throwing on first down. Nix. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Milano leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. He'll pitch it, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Sanders' kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On third down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a fourth down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On first down, Taylor. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 22 yards there, a first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to...
And he lost the football. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Bears, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.